Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile Radio.
Oh, damn. Look at... Who is that?
Who else?
Me, ladies and gentlemen, your host, Mr.
Wow.
Detroit on the Detroit Stand Up Podcast. How y'all doing out there, ladies and gentlemen? Your host, Mr. Detroit on the Detroit Stand Up Podcast. Got the lovely Mimi over there.
Ooh, yes.
How you feel?
You already know how I'm looking.
Okay,
That's how I'm feeling.
there we go.
Yeah.
G Fent,
What up, y'all?
how you feel today, good man?
Real good.
That's what's up. Miss Tiff, how you feel?
I feel pretty amazing.
Good to have you back.
Yes.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got to do something with them kids.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Y'all come pick them up. Everybody.
ain't nobody picking them kids up
So
because you
sad.
won't let them go. Ike, how you feel over there?
Hey man, you know the vibes. Blessed and highly favored.
That's what I'm talking about.
already know
That's
that.
what I'm talking about. Mr. Mark, how you feel over there, man?
I'm good, a little under the weather, but I'm straight.
Yeah. Vibration was terrible when he came. Usually Mark be on 10.
I need
He
a
over there
mask.
just.
No, I ain't
No,
got
he
no
don't need no
COVID.
man. He don't need no man.
He got
I need
cooties.
a man.
Everybody
Oh,
got the
my
cooties
goodness.
right now.
No, Dave ain't got no cooties. G ain't got no cooties.
I don't have no cooties.
Okay. Yeah.
But I'm
no.
talking about like everybody else had it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, if it was that serious, like, y'all wouldn't even been in here.
No
Yeah.
booties over here.
Cooties ain't in the building and everything.
No
so.
cooties.
No,
The
not,
cooties.
not at all. Not
The
at all.
booties?
The
Oh, the
booties
cooties.
and the cooties.
Oh, okay.
The cooties.
We ain't gonna talk about
The
booties
booty.
because we got that power bottom situation going on social media.
I'm so
Talk about
upset
that.
about that.
That what?
That's so gross.
Yeah, it is.
It's pretty nasty.
That what?
Power bottom.
It's tough.
It is.
Power bottoms.
It's a tough situation.
Oh, it's the situation with the pastor and the Puff Master.
Okay. Oh, see, they didn't switch it up and got to rename something and everything.
The passer.
Yeah.
Because, you know, when they start doing the power bottom, you got to add a couple of more S's. That's the passer.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. In other news, because
We ain't blocking our blessings, Dave.
boy, at all.
At all.
I done seen them weak ass people put them posts up. I be sitting back. You know, I walked in Wednesday. When this pop off? Like it popped off last week, but it got
Like
traction.
yesterday, day before yesterday.
My mama walked in. My mama ain't no social media. My mama say, "Dave, I'm gonna tell you right now.
As soon as
You go on that I'm finna put up on it in the lift and everything." She was like, "Dave, you go on that podcast. You could talk about whatever you want to talk about. You better not talk about that man of God." I say, "Mama, you ain't got to worry about me." I don't. She be like, look, but I know how you is. You like to play." I say, "Mama, I don't play about that." She like, "You right. Don't talk about that man of God." She be like, "Cause what it do is you'll be waiting for something to come into your life and you done blocked your blessing."
And you waiting, trying to figure out why it ain't came yet.
Whatever
'Cause you done
TD Jakes
put your
going
mouth.
through, I let TD Jakes and God handle that.
What he going through is Puffy, but we ain't gonna talk about
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Talk
We'll
about
say
it.
allegedly.
Because we love to
Mad
tear
at me.
people down, not even knowing whether it's true or not. We don't know them people.
Hey, I joke about
We
everybody else.
don't know them people.
It
Joke
is,
about it.
it
I
is
flame
possible.
everybody else.
And we need to keep our mouths off of people that we ain't accomplished even a half of a quarter of anything that he has accomplished. We need to just move
That
on.
man is guilty by association.
We don't know.
I'm not.
Jesus was with the sinners and the hookers, and he sat down and ate with them. What we talking about?
I ain't gonna say he guilty by association. I won't go that far. Only thing that I
Yeah,
will
let's
say
see.
is, it is sometimes some things have a look about them.
Oh, of course.
And this looks pretty, suspect.
Yeah, Jesus had a look about him too.
Everybody had a look.
I know.
The Twin Towers
We
and
done
that crash had a look.
All of us done had a look.
I have a
A
look.
2, a 3.
I have a look of
And
saintliness.
sometimes it was fucking true.
Oh, I done had a
I just
couple of
don't-
things that was true, but
Yeah.
we're not gonna talk about
Yeah,
that.
we ain't gonna get off into all that. Because if
We
we
ain't
start
gonna
talking
talk
about what's
about
going
that.
on with us, it's gonna get real ugly in
I
here.
just don't talk about men and God. I
Damn.
leave them alone.
Amen.
You talk
Praise
about
the
us
Lord.
all the time though.
Praise the Lord.
Right.
I don't talk about
No,
men
I'm
and
talking about the
God.
stuff that we don't want nobody to know about.
Oh, I don't want to.
Everybody got that.
I don't really have no secrets.
Just last week,
I
you talking
tell
about Dwight
y'all
Howard.
everything.
Okay. Who?
You talking about Dwight Howard?
Dwight Howard ain't no man of God. Dwight Howard on some
How you
goofy
know?
stuff.
How you know?
You know a man by his works. You know a man by his
hold
works.
on 1 second. Let me just throw this out here. Okay. So just for clarification, because I'm not gonna talk about him because I'm not 100% sure. I have to be sure in order to say horrible shit about people. But what I will say is this: if Catholics and priests and all of these other people who are men of God will fuck a kid.
Oh, yep.
I'm gonna lay the shit out flat. If they fuck a kid and they get to still be men and humans of God, I mean that everything is possible.
Well, gifts and callings are without repentance. So just because they fuck ups don't mean that they not gonna necessarily be gifted or anointed in a certain area.
100%.
So I mean, and they're still men at the end of the day. You're a man. Yeah. You have hormones. You have emotions. You have vices. You have things that you're fighting and battling. That's so true. I mean, and that's everybody.
I'll let them
whether you in the pulpit or whether you in the pew. You know what I'm saying? It's just. Everybody goes through stuff like that.
I definitely agree that everybody goes through things. I just think here's my take. My take on anything is when you are leading flock, when you are leading,
you're held to a different standard.
You're held to a different standard.
But you're still a man.
Then you gotta be held to that
just
standard,
like Paul, he asked God to take that thorn out his side, and the Lord said that he wasn't gonna do it. So sometimes the Lord will allow you to go through things to keep you humble, especially when you up here.
Yeah,
is that
he will allow you to? Yeah.
Is that that's what the humbling thing is though?
Yeah,
for you to know better.
Yeah.
And be leading folks and still leading folks.
Yeah,
and if that's what you into, then you need to remove yourself. Like, here's my whole thing. It is what it is. My whole thing is if you are in a position, and especially one where you are leading and guiding people spiritually, if you're leading and guiding people spiritually, once you get to that point where you know the shit you doing ain't okay, you need to bag up. You can't be pastoring.
You just need to get on your face.
And you
need everybody see, and this is why people won't do that, because we so judgmental.
I ain't judging.
This is why.
No,
it does, because we're very judgmental. Because if you go on TikTok, you go on Facebook, you go on Instagram, they even shut Twitter down. I don't even know if Twitter is back up or not, but they shut that bitch down for a point in time. This is why people aren't vulnerable. They won't sit down. They won't go to people and share their vices. They won't do that, because we're so quick to judge, and we feel like because they're up here doing this, they need to. We can't. Ain't none of us God, and we ain't got no heaven and hell to put nobody in. That's how I feel about it.
Definitely agree with that.
And I feel like, yes, he is held to a certain standard, but at the end of the day, who the fuck are we to tell him what to do? That's between him and God.
I mean, I understand.
That's between him and only God can judge that man.
I have no issue with any of that, but I'm not talking about what I think about him. I'm not talking about what you think about him.
Whatever. I'm talking about protocol, whatever you want to say.
And I understand that. But what I'm saying is, as a man of God, that's something that you have to take upon yourself to be like, oh, okay, well, something that I'm doing ain't right. And these people done called me.
If that's the case, everybody will be sitting down. Won't nobody be doing shit?
Everybody needs to be sitting down.
Won't nobody be doing shit?
Everybody needs to be sitting down.
I mean, goddamn, because we all got some shit that we going through. So if that's the case, we wouldn't. It don't matter. But you might be inspiring somebody though.
See, I'm not.
But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I'm not gonna sit.
And we don't even know if it's true or not.
And I understand.
We don't know. What if it's not true?
I'm not talking about just specifically him. But what I'm saying is,
I'm done. I'm done, because I'm not about to argue about nothing.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm not going.
But I'm just saying, when you sit in a seat of power and you know that people are watching what you do, that's kind of a moment where you kind of need to step back.
I can't wait till people are in positions where they got to eat the fuck what they said. That's all I got to say.
I mean, I don't mind eating. I'm just saying,
because God will make you eat what the fuck you be talking about with people. That's why I learned to keep my mouth off of situations and people, because you will find yourself in the same situation and the Holy Spirit will be like, remember when you said XYZ about such and such and this and this. So I just keep my mouth cled. You want, and it's fine.
You recant what you say if you wrong, but at the end of the day, it's not specifically about him.
Of course.
Because I don't, girl, bye.
Yeah,
I don't know whether or not.
Yeah, hello. You said bye. Oh, yeah,
and
okay.
bye.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know
but I'm
whether
here,
or not
though.
in particular it's true. That's not what
Oh,
I'm
now
saying.
it's personal.
Well, Puffy said,
You
we ain't
got-
party, but we gonna party.
You ain't got to look at me like that. We cool. I'm straight.
You should be.
I'm sitting pretty like I always do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. What's next, Dave?
We don't judge,
Real
we
quick,
criticize.
have y'all
though.
heard-
See,
have
this
y'all-
this
have y'all-
this is
real
why
quick, Dave.
this is why we
Go ahead.
this is why I stayed away from this bullshit.
I know,
because-
right?
Because
We just had a whole conversation about it.
I understand.
But Dave, you did the right thing. You did what
I
your
just-
mama told
I
you not
just-
to do because
I
she knew
just-
she knew what was
Yeah,
going
I
on.
mean, because it's just when you start doing that, just like I said, I talk about everybody else, flame everybody else, because everybody else be on some bullshit. If you ain't spoke life into nobody, I'm coming for your ass. So I just back off when it's certain situations like that. So moving on, the Pistons.
Trash.
Oh.
Boo.
You gonna miss your husband. And first of all, look, we start talking about this sports thing. Sports thing is a teamwork thing, and I be trying to manipulate these women.
Manipulate?
Yeah,
Why?
just on some sports shit. Because what I be trying to do is
Manipulate.
manipulate. I be trying to plant a seed.
Okay.
I be trying to plant a seed because if me, I think I'm the shit. That
yeah.
husband or that boyfriend or that man she
And
like
is.
may like sports. Me, you being around me, that seed that I'm dropping every day about sports and everything, and the shit that they denying, that man might be like one day cold in the mud, sent from God, walk up, and his game is, so you see the Piston game?
That's his game to me as a woman.
That's his punchline, just to say, hey, you see the Piston game.
Not to look nice.
You
I like-
missing your blessing.
Oh, my God.
Because that man is coming up to you saying, hey, have you seen the Piston game? You may saw the Piston game.
How many women watch sports?
It's a lot of women watch
Okay,
sports.
besides me, besides whoever.
Y'all too.
There is some people that don't watch sports
Missing
like
your
that.
what
It's
I'm
some
trying
men
to
who don't
what-
watch
what I'm
sports.
That
right,
part.
but what I'm saying is, if you're around me, I'm just gonna plant a seed. I'm gonna keep moving. I'm gonna plant a seed. I'm gonna keep moving because you never know when that perfect man or that man that you need
Perfect.
perfect man.
There ain't no such thing.
Well, you looking at him then?
Hell no.
What do you have to do with
You
this?
out of your motherfucking
Okay,
mind.
so stop for 1 second.
About to have me go in.
It
Can
don't
you
have
date
it
Dave?
don't.
He's married.
See,
right?
see,
Okay, neither
you missing
can I.
the point. You missing the point, Tiff.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Me, you missing the point. I'm telling you all, the man that you all looking for, this brother got attributes like me. Use me as the blueprint.
What if I don't like you?
Well, then you, Tiff, you gonna be gay then.
What?
You always, Tiff always got some. I'm trying to.
We just not gonna do that.
Look, listen. You want a man, right, Tiff?
Okay.
See,
Let's keep going.
you want a man.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm not trying to be like bigger than life. I'm just saying.
Why we gotta go to these extremes?
Why do we have to go to him? I can't date you, and I'm not. Listen.
Didn't I just say 3 times? I am the man that you looking for.
Shut up, Ty.
The brother gonna have attributes like me.
Is he? I'm just asking.
The brother's gonna be handsome.
Okay.
The brother's
Okay.
gonna be well articulated.
Okay.
The brother's gonna be well knowledge. The brother's gonna talk about sports, and the brother's gonna know what you like. So I'm just trying to put you on the balance. Like it always can't be about what you like. It got to be a balance. So I'm just here to spread the balance. That's it.
Let me ask you something, Dave. What is Rita into that you're into? Exclusively.
Rita would sit down and watch a basketball game with me. Rita would sit down and watch a baseball game with me. Rita would sit down and just watch just about everything that I would watch. And then I would have, in return, it's the same thing. It's a give and take.
Oh,
I would sit.
So it's just a TV thing?
Okay.
You leaving it at?
But you didn't answer his question either.
He said, what is it that she does you're interested in? Not what she'll sit down and watch with you.
She's interested into the Pistons, even though the Pistons
So
lost
she
25.
follows them. She follows
Right.
the game and the
She
stats
know a
and
player.
all. Oh.
She know a football
Okay,
player.
so but it's not like
I know
she took
football
an
players.
interest.
Tiff, name me a football player.
Russell, not Russell Simmons. Russell, you know what his last name is.
No.
don't know
Tiff
his
said
last
she
name.
know a football player.
Oh wait, no, that's
Russell Wilson,
Wilson. Thank you, Mimi.
Okay, so
And,
she had to have help.
Cam Newton. Do Cam
Oh.
still play?
No,
Cam Newton not even playing.
he
That's
does
crazy.
have a
Podcast.
podcast now. though.
Oh yeah, well yeah, we know
Yeah.
that. Who else? Oh, okay, we done.
But you know them exclusively because of who they with.
Right.
Huh? No.
I don't know who he
Russell
played
Wilson
for.
because he was Sierra.
Cam Newton, I know him because I was watching him
I
when
know.
he was playing, and I thought he was fine.
I knew him because I saw.
Oh,
him put a
Dale
dress
Beckham.
on.
Okay, Dale. Oh, is
Oh,
that his
no,
name?
he's played soccer.
No,
What do he play?
Mercy.
that is a Beckham
I'm
though.
about to, yeah.
Oh, I know who you talking about. The
Right.
one
He married
with
to
the
the
blonde
Spice
hair.
Girl.
Yeah, he
And I'm
is.
gonna
That's
tell
a
you,
different one.
What's
and I'm
that?
telling you, when you
What's
start
that?
talking like
David-
this,
David Beckham.
Yes.
it sound like you kind of like, and it sound like you come off like you don't want to be sound like you goofy. You want to know what you're talking about.
It's okay to be sounding. It's okay to sound good.
I don't want you to.
You want her to. You don't want her to know everything. You want her to kind of be like, "Oh, what's this?" And can you tell me that you want to school her a little bit? You don't
Listen.
want her to be like, "Oh, and I know this and this and this and that and that." You
yeah,
want.
help me out with my fantasy teams.
Oh my god.
Just
That's what
like-
your niggas is for.
No, that's
No.
what you is for.
The hell you
Because
talking
you
about?
don't really know football.
Okay.
What you would do, Mimi? I'm telling you what happened. I asked this young lady. I said, pick this parlay. I don't know football. I know football. She picked the parlay. I won $900. I gave her $350. I kept $3. I mean, the
gonna
rest
say,
of
that
the
math
$4.
That
ain't
math
mathing.
is not mathing, guys.
That man
So
did
I
that.
gave her $300. I kept the
Let me
rest.
pick you up so we can win, and you can give me a quick.
But if she,
$250.
because I think I know everything, and I be trying to win.
But she didn't know.
She didn't know anything. She came.
So why
in,
does she have to know if she didn't know and she
came
still
in.
won?
She came in as a virgin.
Oh, okay.
Well, why can't I just stay one?
So the Pistons lost like 25 games, and they talking about sell a team, and it looks
What's
bad
wrong with
right
the with the Lions?
The Lions
Is they
winning.
is they about to be in the like playoffs?
Yes,
Is that
they're
what
about
it's
to be in the
called?
Yeah, they're gonna make the playoffs.
Like how what needs to happen in order for them to be in the
Win the
playoffs?
next game.
They need to win the next game. They got 3 games left. Just win.
Right. Right.
Just
Oh,
win.
Right.
We
all
might.
three?
Nah. It'd be nice.
Yeah.
But you know that's if we want the number 1 seed in the NFC.
Yeah.
But ultimately, we
What is
want
a
to win the
seed?
division.
NFC?
Thank you, Ike. Explain that to him, Ike.
A
Please.
seed is multiple definitions of seed.
No. With regards to football,
Oh, in regards to football, let's make it clear. Seed. There's seeding.
National
Playoff
Football.
seeding.
What does it stand for?
National Football League. Yes.
No, you said NFC. You said NFC?
Yeah, it was a National Football Conference.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
what that
And
mean?
then AFC is American Football Conference.
So,
Oh, what's the
That's the
difference?
east side of the country and the west side.
thank you.
Well, not really,
I
but
just had to break it down.
that's the
That's the quick version.
it ain't no because
It's not
Miami
technical,
is in the
yeah.
AFC, so you'll be fucked up.
I don't even know what
Buffalo
the
in
fuck y'all
AFC.
talking about. I'm done.
Right, so don't worry about all that.
Right.
None of that shit matters.
What's
But
the seed?
the seed? There's seeding in playoffs. In the playoffs, like who's better? They play the worst.
You
things
mean
like that.
rank?
rank?
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Nice.
See how you just understood that?
Yeah.
And wasn't it wonderful teaching her
I love
and
it.
me?
I love
Right. So why do we have to know every fucking
You
thing?
don't have to know everything.
Y'all just said that we
Y'all
did.
ain't spoke.
You said that she need to pick your fantasy team,
That's
nigga.
That'd be great.
There's nothing wrong with that. Because you don't know what you're doing.
Why y'all backtracking and backbiting?
No, you're not listening.
I want to push them down.
Y'all want us to learn stuff from y'all. I want to be able to learn from my man too. I want to know everything.
Right. It's a lot of
So
shit.
can I stay a
gotta-
virgin until I find the dude I want to be with?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think that's a problem. Dave's philosophy is Dave's philosophy. And you can't really go against it in certain situations because he has the experience of 21 years of marriage and what
21,
works
21.
for him and what he's seen that has worked. But to, the normal or the basic,
You're gonna be married for 3
Basic.
years and you're gonna be divorced.
that ain't how
The devil is a lie.
that ain't how that.
That's
We
basic.
bind it up in
That's-
Jesus'
that's-
name and
that's
we live a
basic. That's
successful,
basic.
I'm
blessed,
just
What it
trying
is.
to figure
No.
out if
God-fearing
that's
marriage.
why I got
In
divorced.
Jesus' name.
Was it because of the sports?
See, somebody said, wow. See, that's just too much, Dave. You be going off the deep end. You supposed to
because
speak
that
life.
person
You
won't
said you
call
speak
in.
life. You said you speak
asked
life.
me. Yeah, I do speak life.
But you can't say somebody's going to be married
I
and
need you
divorced
to
in 3 years.
receive the
That's
life.
terrible.
It's either all or nothing. God don't play like that.
It's more his way or no way.
No, it ain't.
So what is he not
That's what it
playing
sound
when
like.
it comes to sports?
Obviously.
Wisdom.
Oh, okay.
What?
And so, in this conversation that we was having, talking about the name of the topic,
Pistons trash ass.
yeah, what we was talking about last week,
Oh, yeah.
and when Mimi said it needs to be a part 2,
It does.
I kept it moving. Then somebody text me like, "No, it need to be a part 2." So,
Oh, so my word wasn't good enough.
no,
No.
It wasn't.
No.
Yeah, thank you
Go
for
ahead and
being
take that.
honest.
Go ahead and take that
So if
assumption.
your word
Damn.
wasn't,
Thank you
Mimi,
for
if
being
your word
honest.
wasn't good enough,
Somebody had to text you though. You just said
That's
it.
typically how it go.
if
You
your
needed
word wasn't good
confirmation.
enough, we wouldn't be talking about what
He
we
said
talking
he got
about.
the text though. Okay, I'm
Cool.
sorry. I'm
That's neither
deflecting.
here nor there. Let's
Okay,
run it.
I'm
Let's run it.
deflecting.
Let's
Go
get it.
ahead.
So when we talk about soul connection, right? A soul contract.
Soul contract.
Soul
Yeah,
contract.
all that.
And I think we was talking about it like when we ended it last week. We was talking about how coming in contact with certain people that you shouldn't be coming in contact with, and coming in contact with people that once you come in contact with, like you've been with them for a long time, you done had sex with them, and then
Raw sex.
and you remove yourself from them. And
You've been talking to Dave a little bit too much, and I'm over it.
Hey.
and
But
you've
keep
been
going.
and you've been in their life for a long time, and you try to separate. It's hard to separate because you're still thinking about them, and they still attached to you,
Yeah.
and you are still
You
attached to
locked
them.
in.
And it's hard for you to move on because when you try to move on and go to this next relationship, and what most people don't do is they don't know how to leave that shit behind. They carry that shit over to the next relationship, and it breaks it down.
I will agree.
So when you trying to love, your love balance is messed up. And this is where we at right now.
So how many people actually take the time out to themselves after getting out of something, especially when you're very deeply emotionally involved? How many people actually take the time out to not be with anybody, not have sex with anybody else, not try to use people to get over, the person that you was with, but actually just sit in it and go through the motions, go through the healing, go through the pains, go through the roller coasters? Like, how many people actually go through that healing process by themselves? Like, I don't really think a lot of people do. I just think they just hop to the next person. A lot of people don't like to sit with themselves and deal with,
That pain.
that pain.
I don't think a lot of
They
people
like
do.
to use people to mask the pain and to
course.
forget about the pain, or they even use people to get over some situations,
Yeah.
So it's like,
I waited
did you? How long?
almost a year.
Oh, shit.
You think that was long enough?
It can.
I've waited longer than that.
Yeah.
Depending on how severe the situation was and how it ended, how deeply involved, how much you love the person, I just feel like it's no time limit on that.
I think
Nah,
majority
I think
of the
you gotta
time,
be ready.
Yeah.
I think majority of the time when you go through situations like this just me. And once I be like, Dave, shit is right. I think my shit is right. I go get somebody that's older than me. Like I go talk to my mama.
Okay.
And I give my mama everything that is possible that happened to me. And
in
when
the relationship,
in the relationship,
the honesty, the honest part.
I told my mother when I was trying to have sex
Oh,
what I'm gonna do. So my mother is like the connection of what's going on with me. So if I can talk to my mother about that, my mother breaks it down and give me wisdom. I'm good. My mother told me leave Kwasi alone.
oh, you knew that.
My mom did. She
I
did that too.
I still wanted to fuck Kwasi, and that shit was fire. But that shit messed with me for about almost
Put that
2-3
root on your
years.
ass.
Yep.
That shit was. Okay, sorry.
But then and then when I fucked up, I had to go back to her and say, Mama, this is what happened. And then she helped me, walk me through it,
Oh, did she?
and I was good. But most people not gonna do that.
Do your mom, like I'm asking you to be honest here,
Yeah, I got you.
does she weaponize you fucking up?
No.
when you come to her?
But see, my mother, because me and my mother got an open book relationship. So my mother know when the first time I had sex. I tell my mother just about everything, and my other brothers and sisters be like, "You telling mama everything? Why you telling nigga?
Well, you supposed to.
If I get hurt, who I'm supposed to tell?
But a lot of men don't have that luxury.
outlet,
yeah.
You know, they don't have that, and I know because I done ran into a lot of them with mommy issues that they can't even
They can't even talk to their mama about regular
about
shit.
anything. You know what I'm saying? So that's a luxury. Everybody doesn't have that support system to be able to walk them through things and give them wisdom. You know, a lot of people just winging it.
I think if you find the elder, find somebody that's older than you,
Yeah.
and you can just vent to them and tell them, help me.
It got to be the right person. Just because you older don't mean
Don't
that you
mean
got
you
no
wise.
wisdom. You
All
can be
them
an old
people, all
fool.
them people that's in your life, you can find somebody that can help you.
Yeah,
you can find
possibly.
one.
So that's, I mean, I found one person. Then when Mr. Hornbuckle showed up, I talked to Mr. Hornbuckle, and he showed me how to be a gentleman. And so when you have instances like this, I think it's just a teachable moment. And I was willing to listen.
You gotta be willing to learn.
Devil's advocate. That's what I was about to say. How many people actually want to hear the truth about their situation?
Man,
How many people act on it when they
Yeah,
hear
when
the
they
truth
hear the
about their
truth.
situation?
That's just a lot of people don't want to hear it. They don't want to change it. They don't, you know.
they want to keep going back to the bullshit because the bullshit was comfortable.
Yeah,
Bullshit is always comfortable.
I've been guilty.
I've
you
been
know.
guilty.
It's fun sometimes, but you know, it's hard sometimes for people to move on when they've been,
hurt.
yeah, and trauma bonding with
Yeah.
people.
Ooh.
Trauma bonding and y'all, you know, y'all feed off each other's toxicity and negativity, and it's exciting and it's
Yeah.
fun, but it's painful. But you know, this person gives you something of what you need that you can't really find it. Like, it's hard, Dave. You know what I'm saying?
I
I'm
think
speaking from experience. You
I
know,
think it's-
that should be hard. Don't let them have a good dick too and be fine. And be paying bills and have money. That shit hard. You know.
I can't deal with
But if he was broke,
It's so
Experience,
fucking
baby.
true. I'm
For
sorry.
real.
You speaking from
No.
experience, baby?
I'm speaking
Hey,
from
okay,
experience.
That shit right there.
It's hard.
Just saying trauma bond. And being listen and being able to realize and actualize what the trauma bond
the
really
sh-
is
yeah.
and what you kind of feed off from that other person.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah.
Mm.
And when you and the thing about it, what most men do, because I can't speak for women. What most men do is they get hurt and then they bottle all that shit up.
Yeah.
And so then when you have another man come to you and other men know that you hurt and you don't know
Yes.
how to release that shit off you, and I'm looking at, I'm like, nigga, I know you hurt. And so
How you know he hurt?
because it's certain questions I would ask. I would ask him certain questions and he would hide.
Like what?
I would ask them certain questions. I mean, I can't tell you grown man to man
Oh
questions.
my god.
But it's men out here
They need to
listening who might
hear
need
it.
to know.
Yeah.
That's another topic for men and men, manhood.
But I'm gonna watch.
Why are you so protective over
men.
this when it's you have a whole audience, you have all these people watching that may need to hear?
Iron sharpen iron.
Okay, well, you need to sharpen it.
So when that
Nah.
time comes for men to be around,
They
then
right
that's
here
when-
in your view.
Not
I'm
right
gonna
now.
watch.
Not right now.
Nah,
But
I think he just protecting.
He just don't want us to know.
No, he protecting.
He don't want to. I know how they. He don't want the women to
I'm
know
just-
certain things.
Would it be safe to say, Dave, that conversations like that are case sensitive depending on who you're talking to? So it's really no blueprint or blanket thing that you would
Now
say.
he's trying to cover for him.
I'm just asking. questions.
that's what my brother's supposed to do. Thank you,
trying
Mark.
to
That's what we're
cover
supposed to
for
do.
you.
I think certain topics are just built for men. Certain topics are built for women. So when you
this is
ask
for
me,
everybody.
no, this is not. This is only for men.
But I was vulnerable
start-
about how it's hard for a woman to separate from
And
a
I was
man.
vulnerable about what I said. But when we start going deep into what men are like, what's really breaking men down, I have to talk to only men.
Right.
I can-
So talk to
I
him.
mean, I think on the surface level, it's pretty fucking simple.
Yeah.
What
Most
is
definitely.
it, Ike?
I think just niggas don't take time to heal properly. They don't seek out God.
But how you know he hurt?
Huh?
How do you know he's hurting?
Listen, 9 times out of 10, when a woman leave a man, he is hurt. He is hurt.
Show it, but he is.
He ain't gonna show it. He ain't gonna tell nobody about it. The nigga's hurt. Okay. You know, and yes.
All right, you see, I just shut down. You see, I just shut down and didn't give nothing else. God, I need you to do the same thing.
I'm a transparent ass person.
I got you.
You
So
have
like,
to be
let's
transparent.
just use my marriage or my
Look
family
at Ike. Oh, okay.
as an example.
Go ahead.
Okay,
Yes,
so I
I'm
can speak
listening.
about myself. I
Okay.
can't speak about Dave or G or nothing like that. So like, the separation was at the end of 2021. So yeah, there was a hurt period of till I want to say June. A healing
Okay.
process. But while in the healing process, we weren't fully, completely separated. Like we weren't living together, but we were still having conversation. We were still around each other, still going out together with the kids. We took Christmas photos and shit together.
Oh wow.
So it's all-
That's deep.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and that's what people may not know. Because, like, where you block me on social media and you saying one thing, but you're over here doing another
thing
with
right,
me and with the family.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then mind you, the separation was in 2021. We didn't get divorced till just this past August.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I invited somebody else into my life in 2022 June and ended that come November. Close friend, cool person.
You
It's
had a
just-
slight smirk on your face when you brought that up. Seemed like it was quite satisfactory there.
Of course.
Oh yeah.
It was a healing thing.
I was just
yeah.
getting ready to ask that.
was
So
a
did
healing
you
thing.
try to
Did you
that
use
one,
her?
that part?
No.
Did you use that one
Did she
person
know?
to get
Yeah, you
over the
had to.
other?
Yeah.
No.
She had to ease the pain for you just a little bit.
Or was
Oh,
she
no,
like
no,
yo?
no, no.
Or was
Maybe
she like
that
yo?
wasn't your initial purpose was not for her to just heal you. It was a legit situation. It just didn't last long.
Correct.
I was thinking more
And plus-
along the lines
I don't
of
know.
It-
The
it
smirk
was-
being
said
like to
other
get you
words.
back
No,
into the
this-
realm of being
It
in
did.
relationships.
What it boiled
Yeah.
down to for me and why I ended it was I'm still married. So there's no need for me to have these type of conversations. There's no need for me to be fucking. There's no need for me to. We don't need to be doing this. And then that's when I went to complete, not just celibacy, but celibacy. Wow. Not just
Celibacy?
celibacy. But I can't think of the other word.
Oh, it's
right now.
all good, guy. Flow,
But,
flow, guy.
So that was from then until now.
So let me ask you this, Ike.
Yo.
And I'm gonna be honest with you.
Now he want to ask questions. What
No,
you
no,
want
no,
to
no,
ask?
no, no. Because no, the question I'm asking this is the question up that we can ask.
Okay.
So you going through this trial and tribulations, right, Ike?
I'm good now, but
Yeah. But when you was going through it,
Yeah.
and you was going through it with her,
Mm-hmm.
the thing that I was kind of like, and we brother, and we can bring this out.
Oh, now we can bring it up.
Yeah, this particular subject.
My shit can
Mimi,
always- Oh, yeah.
Mimi picking like, yeah. Let me see what I want to do. I want to
Nah, I
do
don't
this.
give
But damn, like when I was asking you shit, you ain't want to say
This
nothing. But
is
now
for-
that Ike has been transparent, now you want to open it up.
Because this is an open conversation for
Okay, I'm
everybody.
sorry. Let me be quiet.
But like I got offended, right?
When?
When you got married.
Yeah, a lot of people did.
Because I never met the young lady, right? And as much as me and you went through and we conversated and we broke bread, Dave, I know little Ike. I looked at P, I said, dude, I never met the young lady. Toy was like, Dave, I'm like, dude, Ike like my little brother. And everybody was like, well, Dave, you know why he probably didn't bring her around.
No, that was the thing. Like, I didn't really give a fuck.
But I
Wow.
felt a certain type of way. I'm like, okay,
You entitled to.
yeah, but
You
Ike, I
entitled
still
to
love you, and I
That's
loved
not-
her.
That's not a question. That's
Yeah.
never even a doubt. A lot of people, especially in my family, a lot of friends and things like that, they didn't approve it. They didn't fuck with it or none of that. And that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably the reason why I'm sitting in the position I'm in right now.
Right.
Because it wasn't approved by the people that everyone's going to... You're going to be around these
Now,
people.
did Mom approve?
Nigga, no.
Oh wow!
Nigga,
I would have
no.
stopped you, Ike.
Nigga, no.
I would have stopped you.
But that's the thing, like at the time,
Mm-hmm.
me and my mom wasn't on the greatest terms.
I mean, but
But-
you can't live your life based on what
But
your
it's-
parents want you to
Correct.
do or approve
Correct.
of. Like that ain't it.
If
No,
you don't
it
get
ain't.
that blessing from your
It ain't,
mom or
but
your daddy,
Yeah, but
I need-
still.
all right.
I need.
All right.
I need.
Yeah,
my
but sometimes
mama.
moms be coming around.
I know.
If you don't
Sometimes
get
they
that
be coming
approved
around.
from your
Now,
mama.
Now hold on one second. I want to say this real quick. I have a cousin right now. Her husband just passed away this last weekend, and her family, our family, did not approve. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I did.
and it be different. It be different stuff. But they
Somebody
they
said
were
the comment
together.
that-
They
Oh
were
my
together
God.
and solid for years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you have people who might be like, "Oh, okay, well, nah, this ain't it. That ain't it. Oh, just wait for a couple of years."
Yeah, you see that shit.
Who is that? But like,
I don't know who that is, bro.
He already
Whoever it
knew.
is, they
He
know.
already knew.
Bro.
Yeah,
so
I know.
all right, look, get the cat out the bag, Ike.
Okay,
So Ike married
a woman.
A German woman.
European
Oh,
American.
shit.
a white woman.
Oh, she's German.
She German.
She German.
German.
Was she white, German,
Oh.
everything?
German, Polish.
That's
And
why ain't nobody approving it.
and so no, but she
No,
could have been.
it ain't just that.
But she could have been a great person. I was just like, Toya, where Ike at? Dad, man. Ike just. I'm like, no. And then I think I text Ike, but Ike may not hit me back.
That's not true.
Ike, when I text you, you ain't hit me back.
All right, fine. You can have it.
You
Yeah,
might have
he did.
forgot.
I know he did.
And you know what? I didn't
You
hold.
didn't?
I didn't hold
Oh, okay.
nothing on Ike because I know at the end of the day, Ike is always going to be a good dude. So Ike made him miss my text message.
It's a possibility. I don't remember.
You don't miss
in
text
the situ-
messages.
I don't.
Some
But-
people just don't get them. They look at them and be like, "I'm gonna keep it moving."
I don't do that.
That's more
I
than
got you. But,
I don't do that.
okay, I
I
got you.
ignore.
But ultimately, if you say you text me and I didn't text you back, that's what it is. Cause I don't fucking remember.
Okay.
It was so long ago.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And we hear where we at and everything, and everything
We
is
talking 8
beautiful.
years ago.
Yeah, most definitely. And it was and look where we at right now.
Bro, it's the
Amen.
greatest. It was the greatest lesson I ever had. And I'm so thankful that I went through what I went through. Like I said when I initially started coming on the pod,
I said, why is it about you?
because everybody want to know why everything is about you, Dave.
Because
Ooh,
okay, listen, because
That's hilarious.
in the back of that
That's
in
sis- that's sis right there,
in the back of that Sherman Williams thing, I know sometimes I pray for Ike. That's why it's about me. Ike is a reflection of me. So if Ike shine, I'm shining.
Well, they were settling. Dave had to get a little microchip off his chest about how he
Yeah.
was hurt, so that he was clearing the air.
Damn, sis.
He was just. He had to clear that up real fast. That's all that was.
I mean, it's a lesson learned. It wasn't all bad. I learned a lot from her.
I love you, sis.
She learned a lot from me. And I got 3 beautiful
Yeah.
kids out of it.
Yeah.
And you still standing strong with the kids. That's the most beautiful thing about it is,
yeah.
right? Just like with G.
yeah.
So it's not like y'all just standing alone. Y'all standing perfectly with y'all kids as black
Yeah.
men.
Amen.
But to connect everything and in reference to soul ties and things like that, even though we was separated, it was definitely difficult
Yeah.
to just be like fuck on. Like in a moment of anger, you could be like fuck on, but
Yeah, but that
ultimately,
shit don't last.
yeah, ultimately, shit dust settles and it's like, damn, that's my person. That's supposed to be my person.
Supposed to be.
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
Oh,
I mean, if we consider marriage and what it's supposed to be that until death do us part, then yeah, that's supposed to be
That's
your
supposed
person.
to be my person.
And
But
I understand.
it's a
And you
lot
made
of
life, Ike.
yeah,
out of that.
it's a lot of things that I and I think that a lot of men do this and we don't speak on it. It's a lot of red flags that women have that we overlook just for the sake of wanting to be that man.
like what? I'm just curious because we always talk about red flags that men have, but we
Yeah.
never really hear men talk about red flags that women have.
So a biggest thing that I paid attention to was family of origin. So what that means is, do you come from a family of marriage? Do you see that? Do you know what a wife does? Do you know how she prays for her husband? Do you know how she caters to her husband? Things like that. So if you come from a family of, respectfully, a lot of divorce, I shouldn't have overlooked that. Because in my family, we don't have that.
Well, I mean, okay.
Okay, I just want to throw this out there real quick. So I understand what you're saying. If you never saw a wife, how can you be a wife? However, I think that as we get older, making conscious decisions on what it is that you would like to be is more important than what it is that's in your lineage, what happened in your family. So for me, personally, I saw a whole lot of strong women. I saw women holding every fucking thing down. I saw a lot of dudes leave. You know what I'm saying? But that wasn't what I wanted for me. I wanted to be a good wife. Yeah. I wasn't trying to be combative. Now, I was at times, but I wasn't trying to be combative. You know what I'm saying? No, because hold on. You got hold on one second. Let me say this. You got to remember, the first time I got married, I was 23. I was 23, and everything that had been put in me was put in me by my mother and my grandmother. My grandmother, who was alone for the majority of her life. You know what I'm saying? So that's a lot of what I saw. When I got into my second marriage, I think I was a little bit more settled. I wasn't trying to leave, but I had to remember who I married. You know what I'm saying? So I was trying to be a good wife for what I had.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So sometimes seeing a person who comes from a family where there is divorce, but understanding that they have made conscientious efforts to be something different is more important than understanding where they came from.
Yeah, and me saying all what I said is not like a blanket statement for all. You know, I'm just saying like that's something that stood out. Like, damn, your aunt been married 5 times. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's
your mom been divorced 4 times. That's crazy.
I mean, but that could be the case, and it could very much still
No,
work.
what it boils down to is, for me, in my head, logically, is it ain't all the niggas' fault.
No,
no,
not at all.
You know what I'm saying? So when you look into the marriage and how I was just the blame for everything. Even when I would say shit like, "This is why I'm mad about a certain situation," it would be that shit where a person would divert and say, "You shouldn't feel the way you feel," type shit. That shit kills me still to this day. If you tell me that I shouldn't feel how I feel about a situation, it's fuck you for real. Cause my feelings are real, and it's my perspective.
Did y'all go to counseling?
Of course. The efforts were made to successfully have a successful marriage, and it, like I said, it wasn't all bad. It just got to the point where we needed to separate, and we had a little sliver of opportunity to fix it. But how she is and how I am, no. Once we had the separation, how she is and how I am at that particular time, no. Cause it's some shit like you got me fucked up type shit. Cause if I call you out on shit, as far as like what everybody see, and you still in denial, I don't want the line. I don't need all that. Just be 100 ass nigga with me. Just be 100.
I was getting ready to say something. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that was so inappropriate.
Nigga,
stuff that was in my mind.
It don't.
It was me joking. It was a part of me joking.
But if she was a part of me, she was a nigga. Period. And she is, and we all come from us, so I don't want to hear it. And she wasn't using that word.
No, I got you. I'm fucking with you. I just thought it was funny.
She was saying or nothing like
I just think that in being in a relationship, when you can't find that time to be self-reflective as much as you are to blame, then that's the problem more than anything else. So for me personally, again, I had to learn how to be self-reflective. I know I do some fucked up shit.
For sure.
Boy.
It's enough. I understand that I do some fucked up shit. Like sometimes I'm passionate about everything I say.
Oh, we saw.
No, I mean, no, it's all the time.
Yeah, I know.
No, it's okay, whatever.
Yeah, we know.
Anyway, and sometimes in being passionate, sometimes I can be combative.
When you need to be quiet, right?
No, I don't ever.
When you need to be quiet.
Ever, never. No, so what I'm saying is in understanding who I am, sometimes in order
That
for
is a
for
fact,
shit not
Shelly.
to go further, you have to learn how to fix shit within yourself.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I, with that being said, after all that, I had to go to therapy and figure shit out. I had to figure some shit out.
For you.
Yeah, hell yeah. My concern wasn't her no more, so I was like, I had to figure shit out so I could be a better father and a better man. That's just it. So what I learned is, it's some key things in marriage that people overlook, like compromise.
Amen.
The little things matter way more than the big things, because the big things you handle. The small things you let build up, and the small things lead to divorce if you're not fucking talking about it
I
and
agree.
cleaning it up.
I agree.
The
Those-
small foxes
The
spoil the
sma-
vine.
Yes.
So, I mean, I think that a lot of people aren't really emotionally mature enough to be in marriage.
Go ahead and call Duke.
Oh, okay, Duke. Because I feel like it takes a certain level of
Conversation.
it ain't got shit to
Mimi.
do with you. Sometimes you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes people get so caught up in how I feel and how and what I need and but what about your partner? They sitting up here voicing some concerns that you ain't
not even addressing.
you ain't cared nothing about. So, and sometimes it takes those what do they call those awkward or those critical conversations, those important conversations that you have to have where you might have to admit that I don't understand why people just can't admit that they ain't shit sometimes.
I feel like
And they get it wrong sometimes.
Yeah,
And they not right.
Because majority of, and once again, I'm only speaking to men. Majority of the men are not great like
Women too. Women too.
when that man say marry me, it's never that woman saying marry me. It's
Okay.
always
Should
that
be.
man said marry me.
Well, nowadays.
That man saying marry me. Now, whatever you see other than that, 90% of the time, that
Just
man is
saying.
saying, baby, would you marry me? My lady, would you marry me? Majority of the men, they're not great orators. They're not great speakers. And so when I tell brothers, before you get married, you got to be a great speaker.
What's going on, caller? Who's this? Where you calling from?
KJ, Detroit, Michigan, West Side.
Oh, period.
What's up, now, good man?
What up, though, Cuddy?
What up, though, dog? So, y'all all seem like knowledgeable people. I watch y'all. I know one of y'all, but not all of y'all. But anyway, I'm in a situation where we going through a lot. I want to get married, but we have two different backgrounds. She come from a two-parent household. I come from one.
Right?
And she just don't seem to get the growth that I have to make to become what she need me to be.
Are y'all staying in the house, my man?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you this knowledge. Now you can take it how you want to. You can roll with it. I'm gonna tell you the shit is gold. This guy body talk.
I'm all ear.
What are give me 5 things that you think that she need to be doing? One of them is one. Number one is what?
That she needs to do?
That she needs to do. That you want her to do. That she's not doing.
Understanding. She needs to be more understanding.
That's number 2. What's another one?
What was that?
What's another one? Number 1 is understanding. Number 2 is what?
She needs to be more caring.
Caring. Number 3 is what?
Personable.
Personable.
We need to relate more.
Right. So this is what I need you to do. Them 3 things that you just told me, right? When she go to sleep, I'm calling you the man of God. I need you to speak to her while she sleep. I need you to speak to her spirit. But from the time, now this is going to take, I'm telling you what it's going to do. I need you to do this for 3 hours. When she goes to sleep, you're going to speak to her spirit for 3 hours. I need you to do this from the time now I talk to you December 22nd to January 1st. Then come call and tell me what happened. Because what you're doing is you speaking to her spirit life.
Dave, can I say something?
Go ahead, Mimi.
Listen, brother, my
Dave,
brother, I'm
please.
talking to my. Let me
Okay.
instruct my brother.
Okay,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
My brother, I need you to speak to her and speak life into this woman. You are the orator, you the God, you are the maker, you are the author of her. Do you love her?
I love her.
Speak life into that woman. Clearly. And when you do that, now you can write up how much you want to, but it has to be life. Because when you because you got any kids with her?
Mm-hmm. We just had a baby, daughter.
I need you to speak to that baby while that baby sleep.
I kind of don't want to chime in because this is my little brother.
Can I say one
Go
thing
ahead,
real
and then
fast?
I want to go.
Did you hear what I said, my brother?
Oh my God.
I'm listening.
I got faith in you, man. If you want that, if you want marriage is easy, man. I'm 21 years in. I make that shit look easy. I'm telling you what worked. You have to speak to that woman. That woman is the weaker vessel. If you want your vessel to be strong, speak to her, my brother.
Understood.
Let me make this comment, Duke. We seen that you called twice.
Just
KJ
wait
is on
to
the phone right now. Give us a second.
Man, that bitch ain't important.
Okay.
Wow.
Period.
He say Duke ain't
tell him on the live, bro.
He say Duke ain't important.
Nah, dog.
That's my cousin, man. I love him to death.
Cousins,
Yeah.
bro.
Okay.
I appreciate my family for chiming in.
Yeah,
So what did the ladies want to say? Now,
Dave, come on now.
Don't
hold on.
Don't entertain it.
Hey,
Come
hey,
on,
my
man.
brother,
Focus on the task.
my brother.
Oh
I just
my
spoke
God.
life into you. Now watch what these ladies say.
No, this is just
I
coming
receive
from
all in the name of God.
This is just coming from a woman. Okay, I agree. Okay, Dave, that's wonderful. Everything that you said is wonderful. I also think that he has to go to God himself, though, too. Secondly, my question to you, and I'm just being honest, just coming from a woman, is it worth salvaging? And I know that you have. It sounds like you two have went through a lot of life together. You've shared life together. You've gave life. I mean, but the things that you're asking for, to me as a woman, are basic things. So what's going on to the point where she can't naturally just be, you know what I'm saying, understanding or be more nurturing to you or give you the things that you need emotionally, because naturally women are nurturers. So what is going on with her to the point where she can't nurture you? And is it worth really working on that with? Because those are very important things. You as a man, you need those things. So if it's something, if those important things, if she can't give you those, because that'll rip your marriage apart. If you're thinking about getting married, when that storm really hits you, that will rip your relationship, your marriage apart. So if she can't give you those things, and men have secret battles that they face. They 100%. Need their women to have their back. You know what I'm saying? To protect them, to pray over them, to speak life into them, to nurture them. Right. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't have that, what is it really? Is this really what you should be doing? Because sometimes the signs is there, and we just want to, just go through it and work through it anyway. But is it really worth it? I'm just being honest. I'm not trying to.
That's a great question, and like a little background. She was a very nurturing woman, a very loving woman. Like, we grew closer because she was that. I could confide in her, cry on her shoulder, no judgment. I could tell her my deepest, darkest secrets. But over time, I began to get closed off. I got comfortable and complacent within my relationship, and everything else began to fall down. And she would tell me about them, but I would just be like, okay, yeah, I'll fix it later. Procrastinating in my relationship, which is the wrong thing to do. And so over time, that grew to be a big thing when it wasn't at first. I'm just trying to get back to a point where we were there for each other, where we cared and we listened. And she just feels like I don't give a fuck about shit.
So what is it that she needs from you that you need to fix? Because it sounds like she was bringing issues to you and you were kind of ignoring them. You didn't think it was that serious. So you need to ask yourself, what is it that she needs from you so she can get back to the place where she's more nurturing and supportive and understanding.
And just real quick, just to give you something to do. So instead of it just being, oh, well, I need these things from her, what do you need to work on? And this is a conversation that y'all have to have with each other. Think about the things that she spoke to you about that you needed to work on within yourself. write that shit down
Yeah.
and start reflecting on what you can do to change those
Biggest
things.
thing, writing that shit
And
down.
at the same time, go ahead and write down the things that you need from her. And then y'all have to address this shit. If everything that she asks you to do, if you feel like it's too much, then it's time for you to fucking walk because she needs somebody else.
God,
And
did you hear what I said?
Yeah, okay. So what I'm saying is nothing that Dave said
God,
is
did you hear what
wrong,
I said, God?
But at the same time, you have to be willing to put some action behind
That's a
all of that praying. You have to faith without works is dead.
God, did you hear what I said?
Listen to what I'm saying.
Dave.
Faith without works.
God,
is
did
dead.
you hear what I
You
said?
have to be willing to put the action behind the shit that you're asking her to do and the shit that you need to do with you. So if she's not willing to change, if you not willing to change, then y'all need to separate ways before y'all fuck each other
These
up.
two women just
But
didn't gave
Dave-
you a separation thing. I didn't gave you the golden thing to go into that,
What we're
speak to that
saying
spirit.
is-
Go ahead and
I'm
you
only-
listen to Dave and you get
God,
married and
we
then
talking
when
about-
you
look,
fuck around
look,
and you ain't
opinion.
fixed shit.
They didn't give
that
you
she
their
asked
opinion.
you to fix and she ain't
My brother,
fixed shit that
I
you
love
need her
you.
to fix.
I didn't speak no ill will on you.
Yeah, okay.
I'm
She
telling
is
you.
starving in an
Go-
area though that she needs to
He-
have
I
revived.
asked that man.
He's not concerned about
asked-
what's wrong for her.
I asked that man,
All
do
of
he-
the shit that he's doing
My brother.
has something to do with what's wrong for him.
Go handle your business, my brother.
Yep, and you
I
go
love
ahead
you.
and when you need a divorce lawyer,
See
you
what I
call
mean?
me.
See what I mean? Because Tiff can't.
He's not
anybody.
no, because what you're telling
I'm
him to
fixing
do,
it.
what you're telling him to do is keep praying, but not do shit to fix it.
I didn't tell that
He
man to
said-
pray.
Listen,
what did you
listen,
tell it?
y'all combating
Praise,
each other, and
speak
y'all
over
both
it.
are correct. I'm
I
listening
know,
to
but
both
see,
of
the
you.
thing about
That's
it
the
is
thing.
nobody
That's
is
the thing.
saying Dave is wrong.
No.
Yeah.
I think speaking life
Yeah.
into her
Yeah.
is a beautiful thing, but you have to be willing to do some work.
I
So
think
if you see you wrong somewhere, fix that shit.
first and foremost, KJ, I want to tell you that I'm proud of you for being vulnerable enough to
Facts.
call on the show.
Yeah,
You
thank
didn't even
you.
have to call.
Oh, yeah.
He
And be
did.
open enough to do that. So
Sure
that's
did.
real man.
Yeah, I don't
real
really talk to
nigga
nobody
shit.
for real.
You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that shit from the bottom of my heart as my little brother. Secondly, I think that you have came to a point where you are accountable for the shit and your own shit.
Who put this a waste of time? I
So-
think it's a,
They playing with
Let's
each
do
other.
so.
They
So
playing.
okay.
ultimately, I think the things that and the tools that are required to get her back to where you want her to be, you have to make the changes in yourself first. And before you see any changes in her, you have to be the change. And then you can speak life, because you speaking bullshit when you don't have no changes going on yourself. That's just my opinion. I ain't saying Dave wrong or Tiff wrong or none of that, but it always starts with the mirror. Always.
I agree.
You have to lead the relationship in the direction you want it to go.
my brother. We love you. Tiff love you. Mimi love you. Greg love you.
We all love you.
Ike love you. Mark love you. But God,
But
I don't never use but because I don't wipe out what I say.
Everything.
So
after
my
that is
brother.
this
bullshit.
nigga don't wash his ass, clean his ass.
So listen, I need to stay on course because when I'm doing, I'm teaching brothers. So listen, my brother, if you need a situation or you need somebody to talk to, get my number from Ike. We can chop it up, man.
Somebody in the comments said, I think he'd rather hear what the women have to say.
Listen,
They said
iron
something.
sharpen iron.
I mean, from
Iron sharpen iron. At the end of the day, my brother, I gave you some wisdom. Use that.
But you also
shit
have
work.
to look at it from a woman's perspective.
we gotta
We gotta
We
wrap
gotta
it
wrap
up.
it
we
up.
gotta wrap it up. So
I love you.
Understood.
Part 3?
Hey, I
Right.
appreciate y'all, and
Obviously.
I'm taking everything into account. I'm taking my own accountability, and I'm gonna do my best to work on this. If it don't work, it don't work. I just know God wants.
We ain't gonna speak that,
Yeah,
guy.
facts.
Handle your business because I believe in you, guy.
we
Understood.
good looking
Appreciate
out, KJ.
y'all.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
You know what?
We what we gonna start doing is ending the show with a quote. So since we gotta wrap things up, I just wanna it kind of the quote I have actually kind of I didn't know what we was doing today, but it kind of ties in. It's like it's 4 stages and 4 seasons of change, and the quote is: when they hurt enough, they have to. When they see enough, they're inspired to. When they learn enough, they want to. When they receive enough, they're able to. That's John C. Maxwell. He's a great book. He wrote a ton of books about leadership and things like that. He's one of my favorite authors. It's a great quote, and it really hits home on what we was talking about today.
That's
Yeah,
beautiful.
for sure.
Agreed.
I love that. Love
Praise
that.
the Lord.
Love y'all. We gonna see y'all next week. Tiff, Mimi, Greg, G-Fan.
Sell the team. Pistons,
Use a
goddamn
rubber.
time. Gore, sell the goddamn team.
rubbers.
Damn. Raw.
Is it Ricky Records yet?
Warning. You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio.
NSD Production.